Hello, Scorpios. My Scorpio subscribers, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting and being here. You know, bringing your energy so I can have something to read on, right? Picking up your energies. Thank you. I am happy the community tab is open for us, so we'll have more communication and more interaction. Announcements or whatever else that I can use that tab for. I'm still exploring, guys. Okay, but it's good news. It shows that we're growing in subscribers and we're growing in this channel, so I'm happy to express that. Those of you passing through, hey, stay encouraged. I hope you come back, subscribe, because we are here to grow spiritually. We're here to stay in alignment, and we are here to discover our purposes. Those of us that need it, and those of us that are already in our purpose, we're here to strengthen it with messages and information and divine channeling, everything that we can get our hands on to keep us in alignment and on the spiritual ascension path. Okay, so don't let this, you know, be the only time. Subscribe and you learn more, and you would engage in higher aspects of things here. Okay, that's what we do here. What else? Okay, it's about this reading. Okay, so this is not a typical spiritual ascension that I do. Normally I read the chakras and get into that. If you are new here, you don't know that, and those of you who are already here, yeah, this is gonna be different. And I feel like I was influenced by the season, the Libra season, because spirit, you know, the downloads that I was getting was pushing me to, you know, do this way. When I got here, I thought I was gonna do the chakra thing, and then this is what came to me to do. And it's about you realizing that you are more than just human. You know that already. You are multidimensional. You're never alone. You can't get too caught up in your human relationships and have it control and drag you down. You need to learn detachment. You need to understand that you are a higher dimensional being, multi-dimensional being, and this experience is temporary. It's very valuable to you right now, and you need it right now, and you shouldn't downgrade it. But at the same time, you should understand that there's small forces at stake here. There's more things influencing everything that is happening to you. You are more than just this, right? So this reading is meant to show you what star seeds you're from and what is influencing you at this time and in your life, whenever you find this video. But also we're gonna get messages from your ascended masters and what they want you to be working on, or what they are working on with you, and then we'll end the reading with your overall advice for your spiritual ascension. So enjoy this new way of seeing things here. You know, I have to go with what spirit pushes me to. I'm here to convey the message. All right, so enjoy this with me, and let's discover the star seeds that you're from. So you guys are from Pleiades, and you have that DNA in you. Okay, and in areas where you're feeling guilt, or when you're dealing with holographic sort of healing, the guilt is pretty much simple. Anytime you are feeling guilty about something, this is the Pleiades aspect of you that is making you feel this way. All right, so we can move to that. And I feel like this guilt, anyway, this guilt is connected to things that have to do with your foundation and yourself. When you find yourself split in between these two, putting yourself first, taking care of your foundation, but also your home, and how you fall into, you know, bringing this into union, like, you know, making it work. You know, it's not about being so caught up into your home and what is going on and your stability and all that, and maybe you not being able to be there all the time the way you really want to be, and that bringing guilt within yourself, right? Because you start to focus on yourself more, Scorpios. So I feel like this is talking about that split between that, based on the 41 that I'm getting there. And I didn't start this reading even bringing the numerology in, but I was led to do it this morning through, it was just talking to me. Spirit was talking to me to explain it through the numbers as well. So these are the things that I'm talking about. Guilt associated with stuff like that. Putting you first or the family first, and you not being able to, you know, get over certain things when you go towards yourself more, you know. And so that's what I'm getting here, and that's controlled by Pleiades, the aspect of you, okay? Is the influence from Pleiades. Also, the holographic healing here is talking about you being able to perform healing by looking at people in the holographic way. I don't know, I get this feeling like you seeing people, like transparent people, like seeing people in a transparent way, being able to see through their bodies and being able to scan it and perform healing for them, be able to identify what's wrong here. I got that feeling from the holographic healing. And I'm also feeling like it's a combination of your psychic abilities and you being able to dig deep, okay, naturally, because the 8th is representing you to me in your house. So that's psychic, underground, digging deep beyond the surface kind of vibe. All right, that's the power that you combine with your mysticism, your psychic power, your crown chakra, to be able to channel this energy, which is the 7 here, and dealing with other people, right? Also dealing with other people, bringing the astrological aspect to it, and you're able to do this work, this healing work. So you have the healing ability. I feel you can be able to heal people through touch, like the way I do sometimes, you know, by bringing the healing through my hands and stuff like that. But you can also scan it with your eyes, and you even read auras, anything that has to do with healing and looking through people. I feel this is the part that Pleiades controls in you. All right. You also come from Arcturus. So Arcturus is about cosmic midwifery. I feel like anything about birthing, right? When you're thinking about birthing new ideas, when you're thinking about rebirth even, which is connected to the 8th here, the number 8, you know, because you know 8 is your house and it represents what? Transformations as well, endings and rebirth, deaths and transformations. So this is kind of the process. I feel like it's connected to what is going on that Arcturus controls within you. So anytime you're going through this type of stuff, this energy, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, all aspects of your physical being or beyond your being, all right, birthing new ideas, or even just literally you being in this field is something that may be something that you feel called to also. Like, you know, being in that hospital and watching children being born naturally is something that you may need to be able, you may naturally have the gift to be around, because you know how to deliver and bring new things into life, right? So I feel like this is the energies that this is, you know, controlling here. So that's the Arcturus aspect of you. Starseed Arcturus. Okay, that's such a funny name. That's why I'm laughing, you know, I'm being silly here. Okay, so you also come from the Zeta Reticuli, which is influencing enlightenment. This is beautiful. This is the aspect, the planet, I said the planet, the starseed, that controls your enlightenment and the growth in things that you suddenly get clarification on, get enlightened on, right? And the 97 here to me is talking about the God essence and the psychic power, the crown chakra, and anything that has to do with spirituality and mysticism is number 7, right? And then number 9 is bringing a lot of completions, you know, so that you get enlightened. What happens when you complete a cycle? You get enlightened by it. So the 9 and 7 makes sense to me here. The only way you get enlightened by something is when you break down things and you go through the whole process and you complete the process. Then your sudden enlightenment, which is the 7. So that's how I'm reading the 97 with enlightenment for you. So when you go through these stages, you're dealing and tapping into the Zeta Reticuli aspect of yourself and being influenced in that way. All right. Okay, let's move on to the Orion. So you have Orion as well. You're from Orion as well, my Scorpios. And anytime you're dealing with emptiness, you're tapping into the Orion light aspect of yourself. And to me, this emptiness, looking at the 101, is talking about you. When you are starting something and you suddenly fall into divine alignment, and then you move into yourself again. So this is how I'm seeing it as the process of your emptiness. It is about you. You learn stuff about yourself. You want to exert things about yourself. But then this pushes you to fall into divine alignment, because in order to discover you, you have to realize you are divine, you are whole, you are all of it, right? So that's what the 0 represents. And then you shift into your house, which is the 8 number belonging to you as well. And that is what I'm feeling this emptiness is about. Sometimes this could also mean, I'm also getting this interpretation as, you may be feeling empty when you're not functioning in the 8th house energy, which is in the energy of what? Psychic stuff, having deeper understanding to things, you know, doing businesses, prospering, you know, becoming wealthy, because 8th house is money house as well. So when those things are not functioning, it can also put you in the emptiness energy. And this is the Orion aspect in you that brings this out, okay? So that's how I'm also reading it. I'm also seeing here that Orion also controls the deeper polarity within yourself. And that is just extreme aspects of yourself, and you having deeper understanding of, you know, the double-edged sword in all of things, right? Everything is night and day, sun and moon, and this is all in you. And this is the Orion aspect that brings this energy out for you to understand. And I feel like this happens through you going through diverse ways of seeing things, right? So that is the 3, how I'm seeing it. So diverse way of seeing things when you're going through a creative process, when you're exploring different things, when things are coming into being, your concepts are coming to being, or you're creating something, then you start to see that, you know, you start to get this pull and tag, like back and forth energy within yourself, right? Because that's what, to me, I'm understanding the deep polarity here, which is like, you know, part of the creative process and part of our being, to be pulled in different directions when we are creating something into being and being dispersed at the same time. You look like wearing many hats, I feel, is part of this too, that brings us into deep polarities within ourselves, because, you know, the 5 is also restless energy as well. Not just creativity, it's also talking about changes and all the things that we go through, right? And having to be spontaneous. That 5 energy does that as well, you know, unrest energy. So all this is talking about how things get shifted within yourself, being pulled in different directions, and that lets you understand deep polarities in so many ways. I hope that you understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to say. I need you to be intuitively guided to understand how you see deep polarity in this essence and what Orion is bringing out in you. But this is what I'm getting from the numbers and what I'm seeing here. Okay, so Orion babies. Okay, the last star system that you have here is the solar system. I feel like this is talking about our solar system. So it's not necessarily that, you know, it's a star seed. It's about how you are able to consciously and naturally, you knowing that you're connected to the solar system. So I feel like your deeper understanding and connection to all the planets in our solar system is very heightened. Okay, because your consciousness is on the solar consciousness level. That's how I'm seeing this. Okay, it allows you to be creative. It allows you to have a broader mindset and explore different things. That allows you to become more stable and able to build your foundation, because that is the foundation of your existence here on earth anyway. It is what is controlling you. So that's what I'm feeling from this energy. That's what I'm feeling from these numbers. And that's what I'm feeling this system is affecting you on the whole. Okay. And so that's what I have for you when it comes to your star system and the star seeds that you come from. Let's move on to the Ascended Master information here. And what you have here is that you have the Amethyst Skull. The Amethyst Skull is during the golden era of Atlantis, each of the high priests and priestesses of the 12 tribes fashioned this crystal skull that was an advanced computer and programmed it with the knowledge and wisdom held by their tribe. All the information was placed into the Amethyst Master Skull, which is kept safely in the inner planes. So receiving this card suggests you look for the highest perspective in a situation that presents itself to you. Explore the details when you have all the facts. Take decisions with wisdom and integrity. I feel like you have connection to the access of the score, and it actually controls you. It makes sense to me because what do Scorpios, what do you guys do? You explore and dig into having deeper understanding. So this card is really in alignment with your energy, and so I would, investigate and try to research on this call they're talking about. Try to imagine it and visualize it when you're meditating to see what information you're able to drag on. Maybe when you're trying to understand things, you can visualize that and use that as a form of a spirit guide to give you information. That's what I would do. That's my suggestion. So you are open to interpret this ascended master energy and a message the way you see fit, right? Anyway, let's move on. You also have Lady Nada, and Lady Nada is the twin flame of Jesus' higher self, Sananda. She is the master of the seventh ray of ritual and magic ceremonies that call. And let me just pause a little bit. I know a Scorpio, and they told me I love doing magic. It is not a coincidence that you like doing magic, all the dark stuff, all the stuff that people are scared of, because you're attracted to that. It's part of who you are. So this is totally also in alignment for your energies, period. Now I can continue. Okay, so ceremonies that call in mighty forces are important, so you are reminded to bring people together to raise great light. Okay, a priestess in the temple of love in Atlantis, Lady Nada, is bringing back ancient healing methods, helping the development of intuition, telepathy, wisdom, and acting for justice. Your guidance is to trust your spiritual and psychic abilities and use them to help those in need. It's reminding me of the holographic healing and how I explained it to you, right? So this is really all in alignment for your spiritual growth and ascension. I don't feel like explaining. I think it all said everything, right? So you got it. The overall advice for you, my Scorpios, is that you need to be in the flow of abundance. It is part of your house anyway. 8th house, you got to make your money. You got to know how to invest your money and create good businesses, and not be afraid to ask for that loan, not be afraid to also think that everything is flowing and things will change, okay? Because you also got the infinity that you got to think about. How things, seasons change and everything goes around and comes back around, so that, and I'm talking about what is on this card. I wasn't even looking at the loop. I was staring in the sky. So it's talking about life. This symbol represents life and how things go in circles and they come back around. It's a loop. So the flow of abundance, you have to look at it like, okay, you may not have it now, but it's coming right back around to you. Alright, so that's all that I have for you, my Scorpios, when it comes to your spiritual ascension reading. This baby got over here and started making sounds, so I'm glad that this is the last card, so I can end the reading here. I hope you got what you deserve and the messages that you needed to hear, and it's empowering you to think beyond yourself and to not, trap yourself in relationships and things that hold you down from seeing yourself in a higher, bigger, interdimensional sort of way, right? So things that are happening between you and your relationships becomes even more simpler, and you start to put it in its perspective, because you are higher, you are bigger, you have deeper and other forces working with you and in you and through you. All right, so thank you. I'll definitely see you all soon. Bye, my Scorpios. Bye.